shocked as to why I'd been picked. Obviously it's I've never done this before, so I was actually quite keen to come out and do it because it's something for me to show my personality. I know most of it's been about other things, but I really wanted to come out and do it for myself personally, and try to show a bit of my personality away from football.
Good on you. It's a question for us who are outsiders really in professional football. We get told a lot that there's lots of arguments on training grounds, and this sort of thing happens all the time. In your young career, is that the case?
Well, yeah, at Leicester, obviously, you do have things on the training pitch. We've got a very, the change room at Leicester's very, I don't know what the word is, just very, there's a lot of, manly characters in the dressing room, let's say. So things, on the training ground, things can go wrong, and, you can have disagreements, but, normally you come off the pitch and you have a laugh about it. So, like I keep saying, football is very, very emotional at the best of times. So, these things do happen.
We were just saying, no wonder they chose you to speak. It's done brilliantly. But just, if you don't mind, just can you paint a picture of just really Raheem and what he's like as a sort of a personality? Sort of, you're a young player that's come into the squad. How good has he been to you? In that kind of leadership role that he sort of pervades himself.
Yeah, obviously, you come into the squad and you don't know, these so-called big names. You don't know how they're going to be with you. Not just Raheem, but I think everyone. All the so-called big names have been very good with myself and everyone that's come in since me. It's a very easy environment. I keep saying it and I can't stress it enough. It is, it's a very easy environment to come and step into because, it does seem to have a real, family feel to it. And it's a nice place to come and everyone enjoys playing for their country.
You just touched on sort of the dressing room and the atmosphere sometimes. I mean, it can be tense, I guess, sometimes when you've got big games, when you've got those kind of the fallout from games between players, particularly with rival clubs on England duty, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Like I said, club rivalries are so intense, and I said it before, it is what makes football so fun to watch because, no one wants to take that, the passion away from football, and sometimes it is going to spill over into the next few days. And I think the important thing, what's come out of this, is the way that we've all moved on from it. And like I said before, we've literally squashed it and moved on, which is very good. And hopefully we can show that on Thursday.
You mentioned Leicester can be a bit spiky. Have you ever been at the sort of the wrong end of anything when you felt that was a bit harsh and you've had to sort of process someone being a bit sort of aggressive with you? No,
I've never had that. Obviously, I was the youngest player in the dressing room for 3 years, so I was always the one, making the teas and coffees on the coach and whatever else I had to do. But obviously that's part of being a young player. It teaches you to grow up very quickly, and I've got nothing good things to say for Leicester apart from obviously since I've played for Leicester for 4 or 5 years now, the way that it's helped me grow as a person and as a player as well.
Ben, just ask about Joe as well. Obviously Raheem's obviously got a lot of attention, but Joe was your captain in the under-21s for a period. Can you just give us an insight into what he's like as a lad behind the scenes, and how he would move on from something like this?
Yeah, like I said before, Joe. I know Joe very well, and I've known him for years now, and he'll move on. Obviously, it wasn't a very nice thing for him to have to come across, but he dealt with it very well straight away. He spoke in the meeting, as did Raheem, like I said, and he got across what he wanted to get across, and then we moved on. And yeah, like I said again, I've known Joe for years, and he's a great guy away from football. And yeah, obviously it's a very good dressing room, and there's not really any bad eggs in the squad, so it's a good place to be.
Ben, this is in no way trying to put Leicester players or Leicester in a situation where you are involved in like a big like the two top teams kind of battle and something which might occur afterwards, but Leicester are flying at the moment, absolutely flying. Have you looked at the schedule coming up when the next international takes place, just for fear you might be playing against another rival? More importantly, what do you put down the level of performance that Leicester are achieving and the impact that's having on the level of your game and how you can perform for England? I've
been asked this quite a lot recently about how obviously Leicester are doing and what we think we can achieve this season. And at the moment, we literally are just taking it, game by game. I know it's a cliche thing to say, but the gaffer's very keen on us literally just focusing on every game, and then we finish that game and hopefully we can get a win and train hard the following week going into the next game. And that's literally the mentality that he's put into us. And also, it's at the moment, a very happy place to go in. Obviously, the manager, we all get on really well with the manager, and I think the manager enjoys working with us as well. So, at the moment, it's a good relationship we all have with the manager and that he has with us, and that's why we're all really enjoying playing for Leicester, and it's shown on the pitch as well.
And some people could write off the season at this point, saying Liverpool, because of that win, they've marched clear. Do you feel like Leicester are still in the race, possibly, for another shock title win?
Who knows? But at the moment, like I said, we'll just try and win every week, and come the end of the season, we'll see where we are.
Ben, you've obviously been in the squad now for, 14 months. You were brought in when there was an injury. Has it surpassed your expectations, and how easy was it to adapt to playing for your country?
Yeah, it all come across pretty quickly. Obviously, I was with the under-21s and got called in through an injury, and obviously I was very keen to just get around the lads, and at the time it was just great for me to be involved in the England setup, and then when you get your chance to play for your country, at the time it's just obviously a mixture of different emotions, and for me it was just when I get my chance, trying to take it, and thankfully I've been given a lot of opportunities since that to try and show everyone what I can do, and hopefully I'll keep continuing to get good opportunities.
Gareth's been full of praise for you throughout your time with England, but can you ever rest on your laurels? I mean, you've established yourself as one of the two left backs now heading into a major tournament on home soil, but I guess you can't afford to just sit back.
No, definitely not. I don't think that's in anyone in the team's mentality really to sit back and rest and think that you're the starting player or that you should deserve to be in the squad, because that will only be your downfall. And it's a very hungry squad, and there's a lot of good players that aren't in the squad. So if there are people that aren't performing or think they should be here that then want to rest back, then they're not going to be here much longer. So it's definitely a squad that's got a lot of hunger and also a lot of ability as well. But like I said, the hunger is the main thing that we all seem to have.
I guess you just need to look. I mean, I'm looking at the lineup when you made your debut. There's a lot of changes from even then, so I guess that keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, there's a lot of good players that aren't in the squad, so the competition for places is high, and that's how we want it to be, because it's going to bring out the best in all of us.